Welcome to the 10-Minute Mind Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Janet Cagle, certified life coach, weight loss coach, and lover of all things related to upleveling my life and yours. My goal is to help you get one step closer to your goal, whatever it is. My goal is not to keep you wrapped up in self-help all day, just 10 minutes. And who doesn't have 10 minutes, right? Hey there, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode number 105, and it's the third in a series designed to help you create your best year ever, your best life ever. So I want to share with you what I experienced a couple of weeks ago as a result of some intentional living. I had a show at the World Equestrian Center, and this was the first time in all of my years of showing that I was part of a group. I'm usually by myself, and as much as I truly am a lone ranger most of the time, and I do love it, experiencing this show with this group of ladies was the most fun. If you listened to the last episode, you heard me describe the circle that I wanted to attract and experience. I described humans who just do. They don't ask if they can help, they just help. They don't say, let me know if you need anything. They just show up and do it. And that is exactly what happened. I was blown away by this tribe. No one asked if I needed water. By the way, I will always say no if you ask. They just said, here's your water. It was the coolest experience, especially for someone like me who will always say, I got it, if you ask if you can help. These ladies just jumped in and did the things. As soon as I was done with my ride, someone grabbed Dutch and someone took my whip and helped me off with my jacket and stowed it in its cover, and someone else handed me my water while my trainer and I debriefed the ride on the walk back to the barn. Before I knew it, we were back at the stall and someone was taking my saddle off, and I don't even know what else. It was overwhelming, but in the best way ever. It was exactly how I described my circle, and sure enough, there they were. So fun. Thank you, ladies. You know who you are. And that was just my dog shaking his head if you heard that noise. So let me know how you experienced the last episode's intentional living exercise. I'm so curious how this is going for you. So this is number 3. And this time we want to talk about being intentional with your energy. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about managing the things that you do and the things that you commit yourself to. I'm also talking about the energy in which you pursue every aspect of your life, your emotions. As humans, we do tend to drain our batteries on every level to the point that we activate our stress hormones, the hormones that are designed to help us cope. The hormone has a survival purpose for us. However, it's being activated at alarming rates. And this is happening when we are stressed because your body thinks that you are at risk. So this is the medical reason why this week's exercise is so important. We can start feeling run down. Weight gain happens. Lack of sleep, even though you're exhausted, happens. Restless sleep that leaves you feeling even more drained and frustrated. Many illnesses set in due to being caught in that stress cycle and the consistent release of the cortisol hormone. All right, so we tend to live perpetually activated as a result. Managing your energy and being intentional with your energy is as important as how you fuel your body. We all have these things in our lives that we do that don't necessarily light us up, and those things can create a drain on our batteries. Living intentionally allows you to become very aware of those things, and once we are aware, we can manage it, we can change it, we can make changes that will impact our life by design. We can't manage what we are not aware of. So this week, awareness is king again. Notice what you think about doing day in and day out and what it feels like, and what feels like a drag on your energy. Conversely, notice what things you think about doing or do that give you a little more pep in your step. We all have those things that are just like, again. How we approach everything that we do is going to determine how we experience everything that we do. Our energy is also affecting others, your kids, your spouse, your coworkers, your boss, your pets. No one is exempt from your energy, but mostly, and most importantly, you. You are the number one reason that you want to be intentional with your energy. Managing and protecting it will create the way you experience your life. It predicts what you call in and attract into your life. Your energy is the fuel by which you take action. It determines whether you take massive action or frantic and panicked action. It determines whether you take supportive and collaborative action, or here we go again action, or woe is me action. It determines whether we take angry, resentful action, or confident and compassionate action. Your energy determines whether you ruminate in confusion or take productive and creative action. And think about it. Even if the result is the same, the way you experience the result will be determined by the energy in which you pursue the result. Let me say that again. The way you experience the result will be determined by the energy in which you pursued the result. Here's a very generic example, but it will paint the picture for you. Let's say you ask one of your kids or your hubby to unload the dishwasher, and they give you that, "Are you kidding me?" look. Or maybe they even roll their eyes and they just meander over to the dishwasher and grudgingly empty it. How do you think they experienced that event? How did their energy affect you? How did you experience that event? Now, imagine that your kid jumps up and says, "Sure, Mom." Imagine that they cheerfully unload the dishwasher. How do you think they experienced that event? The same exact event, right? How did that cheerful response affect you? Now, I know we're talking about something very simple, but this works for everything. I think I've shared this story, but I'm going to share it again. Sorry if it's a repeat, but it's too perfect not to use for this example. When I got Dutch, he was not trailer trained. Not only was he not trailer trained, he was terrified of the trailer. He would literally shiver uncontrollably, flip himself over. Very, very dangerous behavior. I tried everything I knew to warm him up to it, but nothing. I hired an expert that did this training for a living. She gave me my money back after 3 hours of trying everything in the book and said, "I'm sorry, I have never seen such a thing." I was devastated. One day, shortly after COVID hit and shows were canceled anyway, I decided that if trailer training was the only thing that was accomplished this year, that would be enough. So I decided to commit to hooking up my trailer every day. I committed to going as slowly as he needed to go in order to learn to trust me and understand the trailer. So one day, with my new energy of we have all the time we need, he walked right in. Like it was nothing. And I can only point to one thing, and that was the shift in my energy. Time was off the table. There was no "come on, get in, hurry" energy. There was zero "how can we go to shows if you won't trailer" energy. There was only "we have all the time we need, buddy" energy. To this day, he still shivers when I load him up, but he never refuses, and I never hurry him. So many people walk by and ask if I need help when I'm loading him because I let him pause and I give him time to understand my energy, and then I'm gonna let him sniff, and I'm gonna let him take his time to step up onto the trailer. And it's always only about 10 seconds, and then he walks right on. I never doubt that he will step on. I don't let myself get into panic of what will I do if he won't load energy. I know he is always going to load because I have taken time out of the equation. I think we can apply this to kids too. I remember learning to tie my shoes was so stressful, and it was because I was going so slow and we needed to be somewhere and I was making us late. I watch Cesar Millan and the Dog Whisperer, and I watch all of the amazing things he does with dogs from energy. Even years ago, there was a nanny show, and I don't recall what it was, but she would go into unruly households to help parents with their unruly kids, and the first thing that she would do is adjust the parents' energy. I know this is hard because we have so many things that factor into and influence our own energy, but if creating the best year ever and the best life ever and a life by design sounds interesting to you, then being intentional with your energy and how you use it and where you invest it must be part of your protocol. So a couple of weeks ago, I was asked to join a board for the Western Dressage Association of Florida, and I said yes. And I had a very frank discussion with the president that described exactly what I will contribute and what I am not available for. It appeared that we had a match. However, not the case. And so I am not going to continue serving a board seat that is not a match for me or them, frankly. I'm not what they are really looking for either. Life is too short, and the person that I am here to honor and nurture and take care of, first and foremost, if I don't, I am not available to serve my family, my friends, my boss, my community. When we invest in one area of our life that does not fuel us, in fact, it drains us, we must be bold enough to say no. So this week and forever, be very intentional with your energy. What is your energy? What is influencing your energy? Who is influencing and affecting your energy? And who is your energy affecting and impacting? Is this the energy to create the life of your heart's desire, or is it self-sabotaging energy? Really dial into the energy in which you are pursuing a healthy lifestyle. Are you grudgingly meal planning and prepping, or is it fun and inspiring and educational? It can be that. It does not have to be deprivation and denial of fun with food. Dial into the energy in which you show up at your job every day. Are you looking for your boss and coworkers to make you feel special? And are you seeking validation from others, or are you showing up looking for ways to blow their minds and wow them with your creative problem solving and strong collaboration energy? How are you pursuing your career? With what energy? Really think about that. Are you entitled to the next raise or promotion, or have you already given so much value ahead of time and it's coming your way? It's just a matter of time. What is your energy at work? What's your energy with all the things that your heart desires? Be intentional with your energy, my friends. It's everything. I have created a workbook that will help you take an energy audit. Just click on the link in the show notes. Sometimes doing an audit is a real eye-opener, and it can bring awareness into the things that could really use an energetic tweak. I even give you a real example of how I'm using this tool in an area of my life that could use an energetic tweak. All right, my friends, that is what I have for you this week. And now go have the best and most favorable energy ever. That's a wrap. I hope that you were able to experience a mind shift of your own today. Listen, if you love this podcast, you should totally check out my Life by Design 6-week boot camp. It's a work at your own pace workshop and something that you can do over and over and over again to uplevel your results and get ready for a transformation at the speed of life.